I just couldn't understand why this happened to me. I was just having a holiday. I was just calling my friends to catch up for coffee, and from that point on, it's been unbelievable. If even I'm the main character, I don't understand. Yeah, it sucks.
Jessica Wongso was born in 1988 in Jakarta, Indonesia, into a life of luxury. Her father, known as the Plastic King, was one of the largest plastic distributors in the country. Jessica was the youngest of 3 children, and her privileged upbringing meant she always got what she wanted. In 2005, Jessica's parents moved to Sydney, Australia, the main market for their business. They bought a lavish home in Double Bay, one of Sydney's most expensive neighborhoods. But for some reason, Jessica stayed behind in Jakarta to finish high school, living under the care of servants in her family's mansion. From a young age, Jessica had a passion for video games and a talent for painting. After high school, she moved to Sydney to live with her family and enrolled in the Billy Blue College of Design. There, she met Mirna Salihin, another Indonesian student from a wealthy family. Two quickly became close friends, sharing a love for design and a similar social status. However, while Jessica was outspoken and lively, Mirna was more reserved and preferred a low-key life. After graduation, their lives took different paths. Mirna returned to Jakarta with her boyfriend Arif, while Jessica stayed in Sydney. In 2015, Mirna visited Sydney and met Jessica for dinner after 4 years apart. But things had changed. Mirna was happily engaged, while Jessica was struggling. Her relationship with her boyfriend Patrick was toxic, and she was battling depression. When Mirna advised her to leave Patrick, Jessica reacted with silence, abruptly ending the dinner and leaving without saying goodbye. Their friendship, already strained, now seemed broken beyond repair. 5 months later, in November 2015, Mirna married Arif in a beautiful ceremony in Bali, surrounded by friends and family, except for Jessica. Mirna's life appeared perfect, while Jessica's was spiraling out of control. In August 2015, she crashed her car into a nursing home while intoxicated, and her erratic behavior led to her being fired from her job. Jessica's life in Sydney had unraveled, and she decided to return to Jakarta. In December 2015, Jessica reached out to Mirna and another friend, Hani, arranging a meetup at a luxurious cafe in Jakarta. Mirna, still wary of Jessica after their last encounter, was reluctant but eventually agreed. On January 6, 2016, Jessica arrived at the cafe 90 minutes early, meticulously choosing a table hidden from the view of security cameras. She placed shopping bags to block the cameras further and ordered drinks, including a Vietnamese iced coffee for Mirna. When Mirna and Hani arrived, Jessica urged Mirna to try the coffee. After just one sip, Mirna knew something was wrong. She began convulsing and foaming at the mouth, collapsing within minutes. While everyone else panicked, Jessica remained eerily calm. Mirna was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. She died that evening, leaving her family and friends in shock. Suspicion quickly fell on Jessica. Why had she insisted on Mirna drinking the coffee? Why had she arrived so early and chosen such a hidden table? The cafe manager, suspicious of Jessica's behavior, had the coffee cup sealed as evidence. Tests later confirmed that the drink was laced with a lethal dose of cyanide. But how had Jessica obtained the poison? And what was her motive? Speculation ran wild. Some thought Jessica was jealous of Mirna's perfect life, her loving husband, happy family, and close friend. Others believed she resented Mirna for advising her to leave Patrick. Whatever the reason, the evidence against Jessica was damning. On October 5, 2016, she was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Thanks to a deal with Australian authorities, she avoided the death penalty. Jessica Wongso's case captivated the nation, showing that even the wealthy are not immune to darknet. The once popular Vietnamese iced coffee became infamous, a symbol of betrayal and tragedy that no one would soon forget. In late September 2023, the case of Jessica Wongso once again captured the public's attention, ignited by Netflix's release of a gripping documentary titled Ice Cold: Murder, Coffee, and Jessica Wongso. The film, which debuted on September 28, 2023, draws viewers into the chilling saga that shook Indonesia, reigniting debates and doubts that had seemingly settled years ago. The documentary meticulously pieces together a timeline of events, interwoven with interviews from key figures involved in the case. It casts a critical eye on the investigation, highlighting the numerous inconsistencies that emerged from the moment Jessica was named the prime suspect. The film doesn't just revisit the trial. It reopens wounds, prompting viewers to question what really happened in that Jakarta cafe on a fateful day in January 2016. As the documentary unfolds, it becomes clear that despite the court's ruling, many believe the evidence against Jessica was far from conclusive. The trial, which dragged on for months, left behind a trail of unanswered questions, particularly regarding the gaps in the proof that allegedly confirmed Jessica had poisoned her friend Mirna Salihin with cyanide-laced coffee. Though the documentary stirred conversations and brought the case back into the spotlight, it did little to change Jessica's legal fate. After serving 8 years, 1 month, and 18 days behind bars, Jessica finally walked free today. But how did she gain her freedom when she was sentenced to 20 years in prison? Edward Eka Saputra, head of the Public Relations Working Group of the Directorate General of Corrections at the Ministry of Law and Human Rights, explained in a press release that Jessica was granted conditional release after receiving a total sentence reduction of 58 months and 30 days. This remission was awarded due to her good behavior during her imprisonment. According to the Inmate Coaching System's assessment, Jessica's release complied with the applicable regulation. Specifically, Minister of Law and Human Rights Regulation Number 3 of 2018. For Jessica to receive conditional release, she needed to demonstrate good conduct for at least 9 consecutive months before reaching 2/3 of her sentence. Although she hadn't fully completed 2/3 of her sentence, the remission she received for her behavior made her eligible for this early release. But her freedom comes with strings attached. Jessica must regularly report to the East Jakarta Class 1 Penitentiary until March 27, 2032. The question remains, what really happened in the cyanide coffee case? As Jessica breathes the air of freedom once again, the mystery lingers, leaving us to wonder if the full truth of what transpired that day will ever truly come to light. That's it for today. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.